My name is Ingrid Reumert and I represent the Velux group, and we are leading a manufacturer of roof windows in the world. And myself, I work with the sustainability issue. I'm the Chief Sustainability Officer of the company. So and the reason we're here is that we believe that we as businesses have got a right, and there's a necessity for us to be here as part of the COP negotiations. We really believe that we both with our products and solutions, and not least with our connection to the consumers, have got important messages to contribute with.
How much carbon could the world save, or perhaps just have the stats for individual countries, by better efficiencies?
If you look specifically at energy efficiency within the building sector, where the potential is the largest, it's actually up to 36% of the CO2 emissions that come specifically from this sector. And it's over around 40% of the energy that is consumed in this sector. So the potential is huge, and it's often overlooked since we often forget to look at the demand side of energy and talk a lot about the supply side of energy. So we believe the potential is there. We believe the products and solutions are there, and it's a question to scale up and start acting.
It sounds obvious. Why aren't countries doing it already?
I think it's difficult because it involves both private money, public money. It involves the individual house owners, the state that has to set up regulation, etc., etc. So it's complex, like in a lot of other fields. So what's really needed is that the states, they set up clear regulations and goals, initiatives in some cases, and then not least that we create for people an attractive alternative, because you cannot threaten people to make the right choices. You have to create an alternative model, something that creates value for them, so that they start making the right and sustainable choices. And we believe that specifically if you look within buildings, of course it's important that they save energy, but it's also important that it's buildings that are nice to live in, where you have a good indoor climate, you have light, you have air, you have comfort, and all the other things that you actually look at when you spend, actually 90% of our time is spent inside buildings today.
Can you give an example of a country where they have invested in buildings and have improved lifestyle, compared to a country perhaps where buildings are still desperately inefficient?
I think if we look here where we are in Poland, I think obviously there is a huge potential for energy efficiency in buildings. And we know that the building mass here is not as effective as it could be. And it's not necessarily the huge, very complicated technological solution that's needed. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit that could make a big difference because the scale is so big of the existing building mass. And if you take another small country like the country that I come from, in Denmark, we've worked with this for many, many years, and where we have succeeded in getting some clear goals, both for house owners, buildings owners, and business, which has actually changed a lot the building mass. But there's still a way to go.